All right, so I brought a picture of some of my friends, but well, I'll talk about them later. There's a reason for that. Okay, so I'm asked to do a seminar, and I'm not going to go to the long story. I'm going to give you the shortened story. I'm asked to do a seminar. And you know, and any of us in your career, when you get to a certain point, you know, you've earned the right to say no to certain clients, or I don't want to do this. And early in my career, I used to do seminars for some companies, and a typical salesman sit in the back of the room, what's this guy going to teach me? I know everything. And trust me, as a trainer, I'm happy that you're actually watching this. I'm not here to fight. I'm here for one reason. Well, besides making money, but to help you guys, gals, become better at what you do. Y'all, that's what we're here for, to help you get better. So, a few years ago, I'm asked to do a seminar, and the guy that owns the company, I'm not a big fan of. You know, I just didn't really want to go. It's one of these 8 to 4 seminars all day. And I love messing with people. I can walk in a room and I can tell you right away who the top salesperson is, who the worst ones are. Body language. You can watch someone's eyes, a smile. I mean, body language gives away so much of a person. So I'm looking around the room and nobody wants to be here. I mean, they just don't want to be here for training. And I'm looking at my watch, 9:01, 9:02, 9:02, 9:02. I'm going, oh, I start at 9:30, this is going to be a horrendous day. And I'm just one of these things, you know, just not looking forward to this. And I look over and I see this guy, and this guy is the worst dressed guy I've ever seen in my life. Now, I'm not making this up. I look over, he's wearing a blue polyester double knit suit, bright blue, with lapels out to here. Now, trust me, I'm wearing like $9 worth of clothing, so, you know, I'm Mr. Walmart, so I'm not trying to talk about I'm better dressed than anybody else. But I'm looking at this bright blue polyester suit and this shirt, like a puffy shirt that Seinfeld would wear, with the collar points down to here, and this big knot for a tie, this big polyester tie. And look, I know you're going to say the same thing, so I'm looking at him. I can't stop staring at him. You got to look away, and you got to turn back. And if my wife or friends with me, they go, "Hal, you can't stare." But I can't help it. And you keep looking. You know what I'm talking about. You've all done this. We've all done it. I can't stop staring at this guy. And he's wearing these big aviator glasses from the 1970s. But that's not the part that bothers me. Here's the part that bothers me. This guy's got the worst toupee on I've ever seen in my life. Now, I'm one step away from one. I don't think I'll get one, but so I can make fun. But this guy's toupee had a big swoop. In fact, big swoop in front, these big sideburns, and red hair come out of the brown hair as wig. So I remember when I was in 4th grade, and I said to my mom, because she paid $1.25 for my Beatles wig, and I want to go to school wearing my Beatles wig, because it was pretty cool then. She goes, "You can't go to school wearing that." "Yeah, I can." She goes, "You look like a moron." No, I look good." "You're not going to school in the Beatles wig." This guy's wig, not worse than the Beatles wig, made, you know, like Hair Club for Men look like fabulous. I mean, you know, I just couldn't believe this guy's toupee. No problem. So my impression wasn't so hot. So I look at him, I go, "So what do you think makes a top salesperson?" Because I want to mess with him a little bit, just, you know, see what he says. And he gives me this answer. I go, "Huh? Wait a minute. I got to write this down." So I get a pen. I said, "Give me that answer again, word for word." And I write it down. Now let me tell you what he told me. Now before I tell you, you're going to think I'm going to tell you something negative. What negative? It was the most insightful thing I've ever heard in my entire life. When he told it to me, his name was Andy. He was 53 years old. And here's what he said to me. He goes, "Hal, my wife told me that the reason I'm selling better and enjoying more is I'm focusing on the person in front of me or the customer and not the sale." How do I train that? How do I train that total empathy, that sincerity, where he really believed in putting the customer first? Not the sale, not the commission, not whatever it is, we cared about the customer. I'm going, wow. I go, "You really believe that?" He goes, "Yeah, no, you look at me in the eye. You really believe that?" He goes, "Yeah." So I go to the owner, I said, "This guy's your next manager." Well, instead of promoting someone, I said, "Do you want to be a manager?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "No, do you really want to be a manager? You're going to do a complete change. You're going to go from thinking about yourself to being a babysitter and putting the whole team first. You're sure you want to go to this level?" He goes, "I really do." I go, "That's your new manager." This guy has turned the company around. Why? Because his beliefs. I wish I had that guy's thought process. Now, but looking at him, I'm thinking one of two things. His wife is blind, because there's no way she can look at him and go, "You look good, go to work today." Or he's Amish, because there's no mirrors in the house. Either one of the two. But what he had here, can't train that. One of the most amazing things in my entire life. I'll never forget him for that either.